Everybody should be able to tell a joke. I often meet people who say I can't tell a joke, but look, telling jokes is simple. You just need to work it out in your head beforehand, and I'm going to give you a few tips on how to tell simple jokes, first in German, then in English, and I'm even going to do one in Portuguese because I'm learning Portuguese at the moment. So I'm going to start with German. Okay. A Cowboy und ein Indianer treffen sich einmal. Und der Indianer macht so. Und der Cowboy macht so. Der Indianer macht so. Und der Cowboy macht so. Und dann gehen alle beide zurück zu ihren Frauen. Der Cowboy kommt rein und sagt, Liebling, ich habe einen komischen Indianer getroffen heute. Sagt er zu mir, wir wollen Krieg gegen euch. Sag ich, aber wir wollen Frieden. Dann sagt er, wir kommen mit vielen Tipis. Und sag ich, wir machen euch platt. Dann geht der Indianer zurück zu seiner Frau und sagt, Liebling, ich habe einen komischen weißen Mann getroffen heute. Sag ich, wer bist denn du? Sagt er, Hase. Sag ich, Stahlhas. Nein, sagt er, Feldhas. So that's my German joke. Now, again with sign language it makes things easier. So let's try one in English in sign language. This one goes back to the 17th century to Italy, when the Catholics and the Jews had a fight and it was decided that all the Jews had to leave Italy. But they appealed to the Pope, and the Pope at the time was a fair man, and he said, look, okay, I have a solution, we'll have a debate. You pick a champion and I'll debate against him. If your champion wins, you can stay. If I win, you have to go. So the Jews picked one of their wisest rabbis and they sent him along to the debate, but the slight problem was he didn't speak any Italian or Latin, and the Pope didn't speak Hebrew. So the Pope said, look, it's okay, we'll have the debate in sign language. Fine. So they start, and the Pope holds up 3 fingers, and the rabbi holds up 1 finger. And then the Pope makes a circular movement around his head, and the rabbi points down at the ground. And then the Pope takes out wine and bread, and the rabbi takes out an apple. And the Pope stands up and says, I can't beat this man, the Jews can stay. So they both go back to their camps. The Pope goes back to his cardinals and they say, Your Holiness, what happened? And he said, I couldn't beat him. I held up 3 fingers to show that there are 3 gods in the one God, and he held up 1 finger to show that that one God was common to all of us. Then I said that God was everywhere. And then he showed me, yes, but God is right here between us. So then I took out the wine and the bread to show the covenant that God made with man. And he took out the apple to remind me of original sin in the Garden of Eden, and I knew I couldn't beat him. So the rabbi went back to his followers and they said, well done, Rabbi, how did you do it? And he said, I have no idea. He started with saying, you have 3 days to get out of Italy, so I gave him the finger. And then he said, the whole country will be cleared of Jews. And I said, we're staying right here. And then he took out his lunch, so I took out mine, and he gave up. So now a joke in Portuguese, especially for my Brazilian friends. O que brasileiro faz depois de ganhar a Copa do Mundo? Desliga o PlayStation. Okay, so here are my tips for telling a joke. Understand your audience. Don't tell golf jokes if the people aren't golfers. Don't tell dirty jokes unless you know the people well and they'll accept it. Keep it simple. Don't use words that people won't understand. And most importantly, work the joke out in your head beforehand with a little storyboard. Simple.